In today's project, I'm going to be using this big twist yarn. It's 100% acrylic, 170 grams. I used one and a half because I still have a whole bowl left here almost. So yeah, it's a size 4 yarn. It's 100% acrylic. You're also going to need a tape measure. You will need a pair of scissors. You're going to need a hook. I'm going to be using this 5.00 millimeter hook, and you're also going to need a darning needle to weave in your ends. To make this crop top, you're going to need your shoulder to shoulder measurement plus 2. So that's what you'll need. It's worked in 2 panels. I'm going to start with a slip knot, and then I'm going to make a chain of 80. So this is my chain. It measures up to 20 inches. My shoulder to shoulder measurement is 18 plus 2, that's 20. Okay. So now we're going to start our first row for this project. After your number of chains, you're going to add 3 more chains. And then you're going to skip those 3 chains, and into the 4th chain, you're going to make a double crochet. I'm going to be working in the bump of my chain. You know, those back bumps after turning your chain. So I'm going to yarn over and make a double crochet into the next stitch or chain. Make a double crochet into the next chain, and I'm going to make 1 double crochet in every chain until I get to the end of the row. I'm at the end of my row and I have only 1 chain left, and I'm going to place there my last double crochet, and at the end of this double crochet I'll be having a total of 8 stitches, just like the number of chains that I chained. Row 2, you're going to chain 4, turn your work, and then you're going to skip 1, 2, 3, and into the 4th chain, into the 4th stitch, you're going to make a V-stitch. A V-stitch is 1 double crochet, chain 2, 1 double crochet in that same space, chain 1, yarn over, skip 3, and into the 4th, you're going to make a V-stitch, 1 double crochet, chain 2, 1 double crochet in that same space, chain 1, skip 3, into the 4th, make 1 double crochet, chain 2, 1 double crochet in that same space. You're going to repeat that until you get to the end of this row. To complete the row, you're going to chain 1. I've already chained 1, so I'm going to yarn over and skip 3, and into the 4th I'm going to place there only 1 double crochet to complete the row. Okay, and you should have something like this. Row 2, you're going to chain 4, turn your work. So we're going to do something different here. You're going to yarn over, and into the chain 2 space, you're going to place there 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets into that same space, chain 1, make 2 double crochets into the next V-stitch, chain 2, 2 more double crochets into that same space. So for this row, we're making shells, a shell of 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets all in the same space, chain 1 into the next space, make 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets into the same space. You're going to repeat that pattern until you get to the end of the row. All right, to complete our row 3, you're going to chain 1 and place a double crochet on top of the first chain from the previous row. So you're going to count, and into the third chain, that's where you're going to place your double crochet. And you should have something like this. Row 4, you're going to chain 4, turn your work, and then you're going to repeat row 3. So yarn over and make 2 double crochets in the next chain 2 space, chain 2, 2 more double crochets all in the same space, chain 1, yarn over and make a shell in the next chain 2 space, chain 1, make a shell into the next chain 2 space, so you're going to repeat this pattern until you get to the end of the row. Alright, I'm at the end of my 4th row, so I'm going to chain 1 and complete the row with a double crochet on top of the 3rd chain from the previous row. Chain up 4, and then you're going to repeat that row you just completed. Yarn over and make a shell in the next chain 2 space, chain 1, make a shell in the next chain 2 space, chain 1, make a shell in the next chain 2 space, and you're going to repeat with the same pattern. So you're going to repeat that same pattern over and over until your top is where you want it to be, until it's long enough to where you want it. Mine is going to be like a crop top, so it's not going to be that long. So I'll go ahead and repeat. Row, let me see. You're going to repeat row 3 and 4 until you have enough length that you want, okay? So once I'm done, I'll be back to show you guys what to do next. So I'm back and I have a total of 24 rows completed here, and I have one more row left to do, and I'm going to do that on camera with you guys. So I'm going to continue with this same color and make the last row, which is going to be my 25th row. So just like we've been doing at the beginning of every row, you're going to chain 4, turn your work. You'll make sure that you make this last row on the right side of your project. Okay, so what you'll do after chaining 4 is make 8 double crochets all in that chain 2 space. So there I have 8 double crochets all in the same space. Make 8 double crochets in the next chain 2 space. Alright, you're going to repeat that until you get to the end of the row, making 8 double crochets in every chain 2 space. So I'll go ahead and finish this off camera, so I'll be back once I'm done. Here I just completed my last set of 8 double crochet, so next chain 1 and complete the row with a double crochet on top of the chain 3, chain 1, get your scissors and cut the yarn. So now the first part is complete. This is what you should have. Again, the last row should be on the right side of your panel. So this is the right side. So guys, I'm done with my first panel and I already have my second panel completed as well. So you'll go ahead and make an identical panel like this, and then you'll have 2 panels. Okay, so next we're going to bring in our white color or whatever color you're going to use for this next step. I'm going to start from this right here where we have these holes. That's where I'm going to start from. You're going to make a slip knot with the white color or whatever color you choose to use. Okay, and then this is the chain 4 that we would make at the beginning of every row. So you're going to insert your hook into the 3rd chain, but you want this hook to be at the bottom like so. You want it to be down, not in front like this. So you want it to be at the bottom, and then your working yarn is also going to be at the bottom of your panel. Then you're going to attach it. So you're going to pull it through like so. And then you're going to insert your hook. This time you're going to go through the front and then go at the bottom and pull through the white color like that. And there we have chained 1. And then you're going to insert your hook right in that same space and make a 2nd chain. Go back in that same space and make a 3rd chain, and there you have it. You have your working yarn at the bottom and you have the hook on top of your panel. Then next we have this space here. Okay, so you're going to insert your hook in that space and then pull the white color through, and we are again chaining 3. That's 1, 2 chains and 3 chains. Okay, now we work in this next space. Insert your hook like so, pull through. That's 1 chain, 2 and 3. Now we go into the next one, pull through. That counts as 1 chain, 2 and 3. Remember not to make them too tight, because if you do, then your panel is going to curl up a little bit, and we don't want that. So you're going to keep repeating that all the way until you get on top here. Chain 1, 2, 3. Insert your hook in the next space. Chain 1, 2, 3. Insert your hook into the next and repeat that. So here I am. I have worked my way all the way to the top, and this is what I have. So once you get to the top, what you're going to do is you're going to insert your hook. You're going to insert your hook into the middle stitch, okay? Remember, we have 1, 2, 3 stitches that we skipped here. So into the third, that's where you're going to insert your hook this time. So insert your hook, then pull through like so. Then you're going to turn your work a little bit. Then we have this next stitch here, and that's where you're going to insert your hook this time and make a slip stitch. Then into where we have the V-stitch, you're going to insert your hook and make a slip stitch. Then into the next stitch, insert your hook, make a slip stitch. Then we have the middle stitch right here. You're going to insert your hook and make a slip stitch. So now from here, we're going to work going up, okay? Our working yarn is still at the bottom of our project. Okay, so you're going to insert your hook through this front space, and you're going to chain 3. That is 1, 2, and 3. Okay, you'll have something like this. Then now we're going to work into this next space. So insert your hook, chain 1, chain 2, and 3. Now we're working into the next. Chain 1, 2, and 3. Now we're off to the next one. 1, 2, and 3. And you're going to repeat that all the way until you get right here on top. Okay, just make 3 chains in every space. So you can just hold the yarn in the way you're comfortable with, okay? As long as you're having the same pattern, that's what matters. So you'll have something like this. And if you feel like it's not lining up the way you want, you can always move the chains like so. All right, so once you reach the top here, you're going to insert your hook into this, on top of this stitch. This is a double crochet. So you're going to insert your hook into that and make a slip stitch, then chain 1, and then you're going to yarn over, and into that same space you're going to make a half double crochet. So insert your hook and make a half double crochet on top of the next stitch, and you're going to make one half double crochet on top of all the double crochets that we have, making one half double crochet. We have 8 stitches here, so you should have 8 half double crochets. There you have it. Now on top of this first double crochet, on this next one you're going to insert your hook and make a slip stitch. So next you're going to insert your hook in this first space, and we're going to repeat making our chains. So insert your hook, make a chain, insert your hook into that same space, make a chain. Sorry. Here we have how many? 1, 2, and 3 chains. Then we work into the next space, 1 chain, 2, and 3. Now into the next, 1, 2, and 3. You're going to repeat that same thing, chaining 3, until you get to the top of your panel. Now I'm back to the bottom. Once you get to the bottom, what you'll do is slip stitch on top of that middle stitch, the double crochet we have at the middle, sorry. You're going to insert your hook in the middle stitch, which is a double crochet. So insert your hook into that and make a slip stitch like that. The next stitch is a double crochet, so insert your hook and make a slip stitch. The next stitch is where we have the V stitch here, so insert your hook and make a slip stitch. Insert your hook into the next stitch and make a slip stitch, and slip stitch into the next middle stitch. Okay, and now we're going to repeat the same thing we did here. We're going to do it here, and then when we get on top of this, then we're going to repeat and do this half double crochet. So I'm going to show you one more time, and then we can do the rest of camera. Okay, so chain 1, 2, and 3. Set your hook into the next and make 3 chains. Okay, so I'm at the bottom of my work now, as you can see. So on top of this next stitch, I'm going to insert my hook and make a slip stitch. So pull through all like so, then chain 1, then yarn over, and in that same space make a half double crochet on top of the next stitch, half double crochet on top of the next stitch, and repeat until you have 1 half double crochet on top of every double crochet. Excuse my daughter in the background, guys. So once you have the 8 half double crochets here, you're going to insert your hook on top of this next double crochet with a slip stitch like that. And then you're going to repeat our pattern of chaining 3 in every space. Okay guys, I'm going to repeat that until I get to the end here. Then I'll come back and show you guys what to do next. Okay, I'm working on my last one right now, so this is where I am. So once you get to the end, you're going to insert your hook on top of this stitch that you have. So insert your hook right there and pull through, then chain 1, pull that tight. So this is what you're going to have. It would really be nice as a skirt as well. So if you want, you can go ahead and use the pattern and make a skirt, because it would also be nice. And you can move this around, like I said, if you like. So with your identical panel, you can go ahead and make the same design if you want to do it, but I'm only going to do it with the front panel. This is going to be my front panel and this is going to be my back panel. So now we're going to align them very well, because we're going to join. The right sides are going to face each other like so. This is the right face, this is the right side, of course. So you're going to align it very well. We're going to start by joining the shoulder part. Okay, I don't know how many inches you want to join, but for me, I think I'm going to join about 3 inches on both sides. So I'm going to join 3 inches here and 3 inches here, because I want to have a neck that's gonna be a little bit of a, you know, off shoulder kind of. So I'm going to join 3 inches here, and then I'll do the same thing on this side as well. Join 3 inches, and then we shall join the sides as well. Okay, so let's see. This is where my 3 inches stop. Remember, we are doing this on the wrong side. Okay, insert your hook. So make a slip knot with the color that you're going to use to join. So let me count the stitches to be sure that I'm joining the same number of stitches on both sides. Here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, I'm on the right track. So I'll insert my hook and start joining using the single crochet method. I'll chain 1 here, insert my hook into the next stitch of both panels, and make a single crochet, and I'm going to repeat that all the way to the end. I'm going to go back into that same space with a slip stitch, then chain 1, get my scissors and cut. There you have it. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. So now we have chained it. Okay, this is going to be the neck hole and this is going to be the shoulder part. Now we need to join the sides. So to join the sides, I'm going to insert my hook in the spaces like so. We have the double crochet right out. So for my sleeve, I'm going to measure 7 inches or 7.5, and then I'm going to join this part that is left. I'll leave on 7.5, then I'll join. So 7.5. is right here. So I'm going to place here my stitch marker. So I think I'll start joining from here and attach your new color. This can go off now. Into that same space, make a single crochet, make a second single crochet, insert your hook into the next, make 2 single crochets, and you're going to make 2 single crochets in every space, 2 or 3. Okay, here I made 2, I'll make 3 here, then into the next I'll make 3. So we're going to continue making 3 single crochets in every space. This is the last one. So when you get to the end, into that same space, you're going to make a slip stitch, chain 1, get your scissors cut. You're going to do the same thing here and join, okay, just like we did here, and leave out the armhole. So now that brings us to the end of our tutorial. I hope you've joined both sides. This is how mine looks. I have the sleeve out here and the shoulders joined out as well. So if you watched this far, thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to subscribe if you haven't. I will see you in my next tutorial. Bye.